Hello there. What I'm showing off today is the CRKT Enticer. This is one of their new models for 2013, so I thought I'd share my thoughts on the knife with everybody. So it's kind of a short preview. I just want to show off how it looks, how it functions, and my thoughts on the particular knife. Kind of a neat piece. What's really neat for it is that for its size, it's a very interesting blade. I could throw out the specs for you. The blade is 3¼ inches. Overall length is 7.19 inches, and what's really nice for that blade length, it only weighs 2 ounces. So it's a very nicely sized knife. You can see the blade to handle ratio is really nice. The blade is huge and it just fits right into that handle completely. So it makes it very pocket friendly because the knife is really small. Very small, lightweight knife, but it packs that 3¼ inch blade, which you don't usually see in a knife of this size. The materials handle has this nice design on it, designed by MJ Lurch at CRKT. Glass-filled nylon, so plastic material, very lightweight. That's probably why they chose it, was for the weight itself. But there you can see that nice pattern on there. Not very grippy. And the blade itself is made out of the interesting steel 1.4034. So that's kind of a mouthful, but it's some kind of German steel. So time will tell to see how well it wears in comparison to other budget steels like 8CR13 MOV and steels like that. Locking mechanism, just a basic liner lock. You can see right here. Lockup's pretty secure. It's in a good position. I've been flicking this thing open and closed many times since I just got it recently, and it has not budged at all. This model number, let me show you. You can see it's there on the blade. Let me see if I can focus that. There we go, 1060. This also comes in a serrated version that has the flat top VEF serrations, which I actually really like compared to regular serrations because they look easy to sharpen. But I prefer always the plain edge version, generally speaking. Lockup is very secure, no play at all. It's just very nice. One thing that might be a pet peeve for people, though, is the way the knife deploys. It uses this thumb disc here to unlock the safety, and then the blade, of course, swings open. But the thumb disc itself, you can hear it. It just kind of jiggles back and forth. So if you're really anal about particular noises, when the knife is deployed, that can wiggle around a little bit. And that's just part of the design. It's meant to be that way. Generally, when the knife is clipped in pocket, this is against your leg, so it doesn't jiggle while it's in your pants or anything, but it's something to think about. It's part of the design of the knife. This thumb disc goes down, pushes the lock out of the way, and then as soon as you push on that knife, that blade just flies right on out with the outburst assisted opening. So that works very well. So speed on this knife is excellent. Have not had any failed deployments as of yet, but you do have to get used to that mechanism. It's a little bit different than every other knife because, as you can see, it's closed. This knife will not open. You cannot manually open this. The only way to open this is to unlock that safety system in there with the thumb disc. So you just push the thumb disc in, boom. As soon as you apply pressure to it, the knife pops out. So very interesting. Feel in hand is nice. The handle is a bit small, but like I just mentioned earlier, the blade to handle ratio is such that it's a very decent sized handle, but the blade fills it up entirely once closed. So you get this nice huge blade for a small handle size. And I didn't appreciate how small the handle was until I purchased it and saw it in person. So the clip right here, as common with CRKT, tip down carry, right side only. Has a nice wide clip there. Haven't carried it too much since I bought it, but I did notice, you can see right here the clip. It's a little bit easy to pop open. Some brands you can't do that at all, very tight. but it does make it easy to slip out of pockets because this material here, it's kind of slick. It's not G10. It's a nice slick material, so it's not going to be tough on your pants pockets. And it carries deep enough that I wouldn't worry about it, falling out in particular. So let me clip it to a piece of paper here and you can see how much will stick out. But it's still a very attractive pocket clip design. Great EDC knife. Just the right size for that, and the lightweight makes it very nice. You'll see a little bit of jimping here on the top. Not too much. It's just a tiny, tiny bit, and it feels almost awkward trying to grab that with your thumb because there's none on the blade, but as your thumb goes forward, it hits that thumb disc, and the thumb disc kind of helps with that also. But the jimping here is just kind of an attempt, which is nice. It's better than just a smooth backside. But based on how you're going to hold the knife, whether you want to just put your fingers up like that or hold back on the handle. Again, the handle being a little bit smaller, you can see in my hand, a little bit small for my hands. And I don't have big hands at all. But when it comes to price on this model, CRKT has the MSRP at $90, which is kind of out there because the knife is made in Taiwan, not U.S. production. And most of CRKT's really nice knives are made in Taiwan. But the street price is about $55. This particular model, I'm sure you notice on the blade it says "Thank you, SHOT Show 2013." This particular one I got on eBay, and I just really lucked out. That's the reason I actually have it right now. I got it for $22 on eBay shipped, which is just an amazing deal because that's less than half the actual street price of this knife. I don't know if someone dropped the ball on that, but I lucked out. Got this very nice knife at a bargain price, although it was on my to-do list, so I would have eventually purchased it, for the full value, but I didn't have to do that just because I like to troll eBay for deals on various knives that I'm interested in, and this one, boom, popped up, snapped it. Other options, same category, EDC knife that you might be interested in. And just to see a comparison size-wise, you can see the Kershaw Skyline here. I always use this to compare a lot of knives because it's very popular. Very popular style for EDC. It's a little bit bigger than the Enticer. So it's kind of hard to show you, but let's see here. You'll see the handle overall is a little bit bigger. And what's interesting about that, the handle is bigger, but the blade is a little bit smaller. So the Skyline has a 3 1/8 inch blade, whereas the Enticer has 3 1/4 inch. And it also weighs about 2.3 ounces compared to 2 for the Enticer. So a little bit heavier, a little bit smaller blade. But of course you also get a lower price. You can pick up a Skyline for around $40, and it's made in the USA. So that's a tangible, thing for some people. They really prefer the made in the USA knives compared to this one, which uses a lot of that technology, the outburst, the thumb disc safety. So, I understand the pricing they went with for it, but I just hope they find an audience for it so that it doesn't get discontinued. So if you look around on YouTube, you'll see other videos of the Enticer, most of them being from SHOT Show, with MJ Lurch showing the blade off. And this is just kind of a slightly more in-depth view of it. So you get to see a lot of the features of the blade. But a very nice piece. I look forward to carrying it quite a bit. And if you're feeling a little bit apprehensive about that safety they put in with the thumb disc, do not feel apprehensive. Very slick, easy to open knife. I've been doing it hundreds of times since I bought it, and it's still very secure. Only thing I get annoyed with are thumbprints on the blade. That's just me. So very nice, clean blade. Has that nice swedge there at the top. Alright, hope you enjoyed watching this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.